Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakakadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. I was watching Elder Apostle Hard's lesson. GMS is not the author of confusion, or GMS does not bring confusion, one of those topics. And in it, he talked about how the truth is being brought forth. The truth, those two words, the truth. And it has these Edomites, in particular, Amalek, squirming. Because the scriptures tell you in Obadiah that the least of the flock shall draw them out. And the apostles like to make mention how the least of the flock, how the Amalekites are the least of the Edomites. Nevertheless, they are the chief of the Edomites because they're the ones that's calling all the shots. In fact, the wicked elite is comprised primarily of the Amalekites, primarily. And there's a lot of videos that come out exposing Esau, Edom, and how the West, in particular America, because of what's going on over there in the Middle East, and because Amalek basically runs Babylon the Great, that the West, Babylon, is basically being isolated from the whole world. The whole world is starting to hate this devil for what's because Babylon's really the only ally as of right now that's actually supporting the state of Israel right now, while the whole world is against it. And that's because Amalek runs this world. And while this is going on, because this is just a part of their plan, by the way, there's one name you could look up, Albert Pike, who was an Amalekite. He was a part of the secret society. He already said back in before the 1900s that there is a plan for 3 world wars, and that the third war would be involving the Islamic states and the state of Israel. So it's just a part of the plan. However, everything that Esau, Edom is doing right now is being displayed on a wide screen, full screen TV, so everybody can see it. And that's where the scripture comes in, where Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai stated that he frustrated the tokens of liars and he makes diviners mad. Because the truth, the light being shed on their deeds, because they're going to do it anyway, but the light is being shed on it, takes away their power. And then it's making them mad, it's making them angry. That's why they're foaming at the mouth, moving in rage to pass these legislations to just make it illegal to teach the truth, to outlaw the Bible. And that's what it really boils down to, outlawing the Bible. They don't want anybody to go looking too deep. They don't want you to ask questions. They just want you to go with what's being said, and any criticism, any scrutiny, anyone looking too deep or asking questions, they'll just label you as hate. And this only works really on the West. This only works over here in Babylon the Great because they control Babylon the Great. But in other countries of the world, there's countless videos of evidence being broadcast. It's just you won't see it if you're on this side of the world, right? Because they control the media, and they control really the narrative. So they control what you can and can't say or see, shall I say, what you can't see. And then they're trying to control what it is that you can't say. And really what it is they don't want you looking too deep. They don't want you asking questions. Why? Because if you go to look too deep, then you start to ask questions. They want to operate in complete darkness. And if it's one thing that's interrupting them or that's hindering them, it's the truth, which is the light. And Yahweh Shai is the epitome of that light, because he represents the truth. And this is why the Bible the truth will soon be what? Outlawed, basically. And anybody teaching Yahweh Shai, who is the epitome of light, who is the ultimate Jew, so-called black man, because the biblical Jews are indeed the so-called black population, so-called Negro population. Yahweh Shai, his existence alone completely goes against everything the wicked elite, Satan, is striving for. That's why they don't accept Yahweh Shai, right? The book of John 3, verse 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and man loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in Yahweh. So he said, everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. That's why even rodents and rats, they don't like the light. Why? Because the light is, their eyes are sensitive to the light, so they prefer the darkness. And that's why one of a natural deterrent to make sure you don't have such rodents is what? To make sure that the areas of your home or whatever area is clean and that you have steady light. Because the light prevents them from having less places to hide. That's why rodents don't like light. No different than Esau, Edom, chiefly Amalek, with his plans. People shedding the light, people speaking the truth, is angering them, because all it is just light being shed upon them. That's all it is. And they don't want people to look deep. They don't want them to look at all. St. John chapter 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from Yahweh whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh in the world. Who's it talking about? Yahushua. He is the epitome of light. Esau, Edom, the wicked, Amalek, is the epitome of the darkness, evil. And there is no contention between light and dark. When light shines, the dark is exposed and the dark fades out. So just look at the elements of light and dark, and you'll see that is no different when you come into the truth. The truth represents the light, which is the epitome of Yahushua, the truth. And the workness of darkness, which is this world, which is evil, is predicated upon lies. And anybody who attempts to try to shine light on the devil, on the wicked and his plans, is subject to what? Reaction. Revelation 19. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren, and that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So one who prophesies is prophesying in the spirit of Yahushua. He who teaches the truth, he who sheds the light in the dark, is teaching of Yahushua. Because Yahushua is the epitome of that light, that true light. And this is why us going out there and teaching that we're the biblical Jews, or the so-called Negroes, the real Hebrew Israelites, or the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans. Esau, Edom is indeed the so-called white man. His chief son being Amalek are indeed the Amalekites. And they were converts. And that the New World Order is a part of the wicked elite agenda, including the microchip, which is the RFID which is the mark of the beast according to the scriptures, already prophesied, already exposed, already being called out every step of the way. As they make these laws and make these plans and steps, Yahushua is shining the light upon them, and they're going mad, they're going insane, they're going crazy, because in order for their power to uphold, it has to be in the dark or in the shadows, right? The reason why rodents can have success in infesting a building or whatever the case is because there's not enough light, there's no cleaning, there's no upkeep, right? So the rodents don't like the light, Right? That's why the Esau Edom, chiefly Amalek, doesn't like the light. They don't like the truth being come out. That's why they're foaming, and they're going to pass whatever laws they have to. It's already prophetic. What is just going to happen is the Lord is just going to make it blatantly obvious that they're moving in rage, they're moving in fear, and the whole world is going to witness the downfall of Esau Edom, and the whole world is going to witness and speak according to that truth, according to that light. The Yahweh Yahushua has a magnifying glass on the wicked elite, on the chief house of Esau Edom, which are these damn devils, these Amalekites. The Lord has a magnifying glass upon the whole world, and that's why they're scrambling, they're foaming, and they're raging, because they're not used to such exposure. They're not used to the light being shined upon them. And that's the power of just prophesying in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, because it is the spirit of prophecy. Yahushua is that light. Speaking the truth is by default. You are shedding light on the wicked deeds of Esau Edom, the wicked elite, and by doing so, they are losing their power. This is the power that we have and we were given, and this is what we're going to use, and this is what's bringing the downfall of this wicked ass society. Shalom.